Just a second, guys. We're going live. Okay, so hello everybody. Hello YouTube. I'm Camila Conti. This is Talk and Talk. This is an English immersion. And we are here today to talk about life balance. I'm going to start by introducing myself and explaining about Talk and Talk. So I'm Camila Conti. I've been a hostess here since, I think, March this year. And I've studied English for about nine years, maybe. Talk and Talk is a conversation platform for everybody from beginners to fluent. And we learn English, we learn Italian, we learn Spanish. We have lots of classes. However, this isn't one of these classes. This is an English immersion. So if you're looking for classes, you can go to our website and check it out. As I was saying before, I'm Camila. I'm from São Paulo. I'm 27. I work as a software engineer, and I think that's it for now. I think talking about the theme today, we about life balance. I think it means, to me, having energy and having disposition and having money to do the things I like with the people that I love. So I think it's something like that. So life balance is like, for me, is like I get to work, but I get to live my life and just have happy memories and have great experiences. So I think maybe that's it. We're gonna explore a bit more about this subject later. But now I would like for you guys to introduce yourselves and tell us what is life balance to you. So hello again, everybody. We have a lot of people here today. This is the first version that I have 6 people, so I'm really excited. Thank you all. So let's start. I'm gonna start asking for Robert. Please, can you introduce yourself?
Sure. My name is Robert. I live in Praia Grande. It's a South Beach in São Paulo. I work with 3D for metaverso, VR, something for games. I'm married. I have 4 daughters. I like jiu-jitsu, ride bike, skating. That's it, maybe.
Great meeting you. So very, very interesting what you work with. So 3D, huh? Very nice.
Yes, but I repeat for all peoples, metaverse is very boring.
Oh my God. That's really nice. It was nice meeting you. So now can you introduce yourself, Fabio?
Yeah, my name is Fabio. I want a digital twin about Robert for me. Okay, I'm Fabio. I'm 41. I'm married. I have 2 children, a little boy 2 years old and a girl with 7 years old. I think this is the biggest challenge in my life, have 2 kids and educate too. It's impressive how educate all little people is very difficult. So I'm a psychologist. I used to work. I work with ESG, environmental, social governance of big companies. I like so much about technology, but I have never did some course or some formation in this area, and now I'm searching an MBA or some specialization about this area. If you could give me some some tips, Robert and Camila. And I think it's this.
Great. It's nice to meet you too. I just want you guys please answer us. What is life balance, please? Robert,
Sorry.
I forgot to ask you.
Sorry,
I forgot too.
the question is with the introduce yourself, and normally it's just introduce yourself. Please, Robert.
Please, Robert, can you tell us what is life balance?
Oh, okay, of course. Well, I have a family, of course, and to separate my work and my family is very important. It's a man balance in my life, you know. And of course, I have daughters. Is very different, and I need to separate this. Is very important for me.
Yeah, I have one daughter, and I know that it's really hard to have a balanced life when you have a kid. So I have no idea how the hell you managed with 4 of them. So congratulations, you both. Oh my God. 4 children and 2 children. I think it's too much for me. So can you tell us about what is life balance for you now, Fabio?
Yeah, I think life balance is much more linked to the balance between work and private life. I think we live in a world that the work, the jobs are super valorized, and sometimes we used to don't make difference between work and our private life. So when I listen to some balanced life, the first thing that I think it's in the balance of work and private life, because I think one of them, of course, you can have pleasure working, okay, but I think this is activity that exigir, I don't know that
Demand, maybe.
Demand a lot of you for the others and not for you. And I think there are a lot of important things like your health, your mental health, your kids, your wife or husband, your partner, I don't know, that work down, that don't, it's not on the word, it's not in the word of the work and your job. So I think you need, when you say something about balanced life, I think life balance, I think it's work and private life.
Yeah, sure, it makes sense. It's really hard for me, like I work home office, so sometimes it's really hard to separate, like this is my work hours, and now I'm gonna, I don't know, clean my house or just watch something that I want. And sometimes I just mix things up, like I'm working, but oh my God, I'm so tired, I'm gonna watch something, and then when I see I'm watching something for 3 hours instead of working. So it's really hard.
Or who never participated in a meeting, washing the dishes and
Yes, exactly,
cleaning the house with the phone. Oh yeah, of course. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it happens a lot. But okay, thank you for answering the first question. So now I'm gonna jump to Gabriel. Can you please introduce yourself and tell us what is life balance to you?
Yes, of course. Nice to meet you for all. So my name is Gabriel. I am 30 years old. So I am a software engineer. I have 10 years in this field, and I am passionate for my field. So I am here because I need to improve my English, and I am looking forward to be fluent. And I live in São Paulo, Brazil. I have not I don't have dogs. I don't have children, and I am a single today. So I graduated in information system. So about the balance topic, I think is I like this topic because it's so important for our lives. It's so important to ourselves, and take care for this topic. It's so important too. So in my case, in my life in general, in the past, I was the bad habits about this my work and keep the balance about my work and my personal life too. It's so hard for me, but nowadays I have studied uh, about this topic, how our body works. It is so important for you understand very well my habits. It's so important, the a little bit time is for our days in routine. You understand it's so important for work better and to rest better too. It's so important, and then I am building new habits around this, and I have good feelings for now and my future with my new habits too.
Awesome. I think habits and prioritizing is maybe the most important things when we are talking about life balance, because it's really hard. We have 24 hours a day, but we're sleeping like about 6, 7, 8. So we have a little time a day to do a lot of things, to work, to rest, to have fun, to exercise, anything. To procrastinate, it's also important. And these habits, when we are dealing with life balance, I think creating these habits can help a lot. So it's a great tip, and it was great to meet you. We have a lot of people working on IT here today, so I think Beatriz also works as an IT girl or something. So can you introduce yourself, please?
Yes. So I'm Beatriz, or Bia. I work as a backend engineer, and I'm 28 years old. And I lived in São Paulo, Brazil, but nowadays I live in Stockholm, in Sweden. What else? And I don't have children or pets, and I live by myself. And it's very hard when I say to define the life balance, because I think for me, I had to find a way to balance between work, life, and studies, because when I moved to Stockholm, I was doing a post-graduation, and I had to manage everything. So it's really important to have a time for work and time for studies, and fun, and friends and everything. But it's hard because at the same time you have to take care of your mental health as well. Not only mental health, but the health in general. So I think this is very important, the life balance. And because if it's one thing is not doing well, the other one's gonna be messy. So how we can balance and try to not interfere one thing in their life, not interfere in another part. And yeah, this is my answer.
Yeah, it's also hard. I forgot about the studies, right? We're always studying. I think everyone is always studying and learning something, but with IT, you are obligated to be updated about everything all the time. So we always have to get some time on a day to study something. So yeah, it's really important and it's really hard. But okay, so now we're gonna hear about Israel, and then I'm gonna divide us into rooms so we can talk a little more and we can go through the questions, okay? So Israel, can you please introduce yourself and tell us what is life balance to you?
Sure. Greeting, folks. My name is Raul. I'm living in Fortaleza. See here, there are a lot of IT guys here, so it's great. And I'm network engineer. I work with IT as well as you guys. And I really love being on the beach on the weekend with my wife. And nowadays, I'm trying to play harmonica flute. I really love music and my free time. And well, about the topic, well, it's a great topic because nowadays I have a lot of challenge to have a life balance. I work. I work home office as you, Camila, and others here, I believe. And I work in two companies, and it's stress me out a lot sometimes because I cannot prioritize my healthcare, and sometimes I'm catching in the situation that I cannot handle it, and I'm kind of reacting guy sometimes, to be to have a life balance with work life and personal life. It's something like that. We have to be more disciplined. It's kind of thing that will help us to engage and to achieve the health that we want to achieve, and the goals that we need to achieve in our personal work. And so I believe that nowadays one of my challenges in my personal life is to handle it with some situation, because I'm working in two companies in different time, and this is sometimes I need to schedule it. I maintain window after hours, and this is kind of I don't know how can I say, but waste a lot of time with work, and I start to feel more tired, and I cannot recover with sleeping as expected. And and this is something that is reacting things that happen. I believe most of us is in this same situation sometimes. Maybe I put on some notes what the things that I need to do in my life. I have some time on the week that I need to swim, to go to swim. I swimming, and I need to work out. But unfortunately, there are some, all of the sudden something happened. I need to take care of my wife, or do something that's happened. And this is that's why I'm nowadays it's hard. But I believe the self-discipline is one of the things that will help us to improve the life balance. I believe it's impossible to have 100% of accurate to achieve this, I believe, because the life is happening in the way that we are living, and but I believe one of the things that affect me, it's I'm more reacting person. I'm not a proactive person, because I don't know if you one of you guys read the book. Read out the book, Seven Habits of Steve Covey, that helps a lot about this. To prioritize the first thing first in our life. We have, I believe we have 8 hours to work, and we have other chunk of times to take care of our life, to study, and a lot of things that we need to do in our lives. And we need to prioritize what the first thing first, and start to put some actions on this, not just to achieve health, to achieve in our personal life, something in our personal life, and in our professional life. So basically, but that's it. That's it. That's it, Camila. Thank you.
It was great. I think when we are talking about prioritization, oh my God, I just blanked. Whatever. And we are talking about things that we are prioritizing.
Yeah.
My God. We have to prioritize something, because if we prioritize everything, nothing is a priority, So especially when we are talking about life balance, so like you have 2 jobs, so you have to work these 2 jobs, okay, but you also have to take care of your family and take care of you. So what is more important now? When you prioritize your jobs, maybe your health are gonna come and get to you, like, oh, now you have to look for your health because you're getting sick, or I don't know, something like that. Or your wife, oh my God, you don't pay attention to me. So sometimes life just gets to you, and you have to prioritize to move to change your focus. And it's really hard, but it's what you said, life happens while we're here, while we're living it. So it's really hard, but it's been amazing meeting you guys here. So I'm gonna send us to 2 different rooms so we can talk about those questions. Just a second, because it's the first time I'm creating a breakout room. So okay, you're gonna go to the breakout room. So if you don't go automatically, you can just click to go. Okay, so I think that's it. Can you guys see if you're on the, okay, I think you are. Just a second. Yeah, now we're going. Okay. So did you get the invite, Israel?
Yes.
Okay, great. So now we're gonna go talk about the questions that I sent on the chat, okay? So we already introduced ourselves, and now we're gonna go to the second question. In your experience, what are the main challenges people face in achieving a healthy work-life balance? This is hard. We already talked about a lot of things, but I think, in my opinion, there are a few things that maybe gets more to this point. So can you start by telling us, please, Fabio, in your experience, okay, what are the main challenges people face in achieving a healthy work-life balance?
I think let me see, how can I say this? I think it's just don't mix the what is your priority in both. Okay, I think sometimes we have a lot of pleasure about our work. We like this, but it's difficult. No, normally you stay a lot of time with your colleagues or other people that you used to work, and okay, you have a good moment too. And sometimes I think we just lost our we lost our time, our sense of priority of some things. And when you see, you said that I stopped and I passed 3 hours seeing something on TV, but it's common when we do this at work too. So you stay solving some problem, and when you see you are working 12 hours, it's a lot. Especially when we are working at home. I'm working at home since the pandemic. So in truth, 1 month ago I was fired in a company that I was at 9 years. But okay, I was just expecting that because the company was not very good, but it was a very difficult period since the pandemic, because you don't separate. We don't used to separate our personal lives and our work life, and everything is it's like the same thing, and it's not.
Yeah.
So I think it's the main challenge, the big challenge is you can separate and prioritize the what is important in these two words.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. The pandemics made us adapt, maybe, and we were forced to adapt to that. So I think that's when everybody just stopped and said, "Oh my God, how can I manage my life if my life is entirely at my house? So how can I manage my relationship? How can I manage my family? How can I manage my work? How can I manage myself and my mental health and my health, my body health, physical health?" So we had to adapt to a lot of things very quickly, and in a forced way. So it was very hard. And I think one of the main challenges that we face when we are trying to achieve this balance is like, for me, maybe I live in São Paulo and we have a lot of traffic. So I think one of the reasons are that. So I don't have to go out to ride to work, to drive to work. But I had a few years ago, I had to, and it was very stressful. And everything is so expensive. So if you don't have time to go to the gym in the morning or in the afternoon, so you have to pay for a gym that's like 24 hours, and it's more expensive. So everything is expensive, everything costs a lot of money, and we don't have access to a lot of things, So I think that's one of the biggest reasons why we have this difficulty to achieve this life balance. But I think we can also start with small things, like separating, like from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. I'm gonna work. It's my work hours. I'm gonna have 1 hour for lunch, and that's it. And then I stay there. So it's a priority, and it's something small that I can work, that I can start with. So anyway, I'm just blabbing here. And now, what about you, Gabriel? In your experience, what are these challenges?
So in my case, the main challenge is maintain the times for going to sleep and wake up early too. It is have been challenged in the last years. So for now, I understand when I said before, when our body works in these times, and for example, between 10 and 2 a.m., 10 p.m. and 2 a.m., our body pro pro provides more energy. And when I am able for feel sono, I don't know, sorry, I sleep, yeah. So when sleep come, it is provides it is the main time for go to sleep, and you can forgot and you lost this time. It is bad for your sleep in the after for this time. And it is to I am able for explain the most people's like to watch on TV or with more energy, because after this time your body provides it, and then it sounds bad for our night. And then, but in my case, maintain this time is it is so hard. But nowadays I am looking for when it's so it's possible for me for now. And I wins, I think.
It's very, very curious what you said about our sleep, because when my daughter was younger, she used to go to bed like 8 p.m. and then I slept with her. So I just lie there with her and I went to sleep with her. And I got up earlier, so like 6 a.m., 7 a.m. I was already up, but I was feeling a lot of I felt more energetic, you know. So it's really very curious what you said about sleep. I didn't know about that. So great to know that. I'm gonna manage to work around that too. So now the third question. Fabio, can you please ask Gabriel the third question?
Oh, sure. What impact do you believe an imbalance between work and personal life can have on individuals' overall and well-being and happiness?
Okay, this question for me, yeah. So it is interesting question. So I can see the personal life is important because there is a new connection to both. It is when personal life is sounds bad habits. For example, your works, it's to be unproductive to in a lot of things, whatever you to try. And when or can work hard too, and then your personal life provides bad habits too. For example, your or meals in an everyday. The meals in the most if I need to choose the one thing for maintain for the habits in general, I am able for choose the meals and the maintain times. Times is more important when I am to able to compare the what I meal today. It's the maintain the same time in another day. It's most important. And in my case, it is the main challenge for me. But it's possible. And the question say what impacts, yeah, the main impact around this is my personal life, is the different times my work is can be affected too, and there are to connect the both topics.
Yeah. We were talking about here, we were talking earlier that for us to that we work from home, so it's already hard, it's hard to separate like the work hours and the personal hours. So I think they both impact themselves. So sometimes I'm working till late, and then when I go to make my daughter to take my daughter to sleep, she's like, oh, she's very energetic, and she wants to play, she wants to watch, she wants to read a book, because I wasn't there for her when I should be, when it should be my personal hours. So it impacted on my relationship with my daughter. And sometimes she's at home, like today I took her to school at 10, and she's used to go to school at 8. So I had 2 hours less in the morning to work and to do my stuff, because she was here. So she impacted my personal life, impacted at my work, so it's very hard. But I'm also grateful that I work from home, because I don't have to be like 2 hours in the traffic jam, because it would be lots of worse. But I think that's the kind of impact that we face. Like we get overwhelmed and we get stressed, because one thing is impacting another, and it just a snowball. But what about you, Fabio? What impact do you think you already had, maybe?
Yeah, I think the imbalance between work and personal life affects all your life. When you have a lot of attention about your work, I think I'm not thinking. It's a physical question. You are spending a lot of time in work. You need to don't spend the time with other things in your personal life. Okay. And the other way is the same. You are spend a lot of time with your personal life. You don't have time to spend in your work. For example, that you said in IT you need to study a lot every time, because the things change in a quickly, so much quickly in time. The new technologies and new codifications and new, I don't know, algorithms, a lot of things. But it's part of your work, it's part of your job. Okay, it brings to you some pleasure to know new things. Oh, okay, it's okay. But you are spending a time with your work. It's not, you can't change, for example, algorithm. You can't invent an algorithm to take care of your daughter, for example.
Sometimes I wish I could.
You could do this in some moments, but I think it's not the same thing that the mother. Oh, come on.
Yeah, absolutely not. Absolutely
But
not.
so I think that this imbalance, when you put something in some place, you take out other things of this place. Two things don't. It's physical law. No, you can't put two things in the same place. So, and this balance, who decides how is the best way for you? It's you. It's not other person.
Yes.
It's not your chief. It's not your daughter. You need to know how you need to work, how you need to live your personal life, how you need to rest, how you need to make meals at the same time every day. So
Yeah.
we need to decide this. Of course, we have some schedules and we have some routines that we can't change so much. But I think in the general, we can move our decisions in these schedules, in this routine, to have a balance, to have some balance.
Yeah.
And sometimes, if we can't do this, it's better we rethink our lives. How a woman that was in the meeting before this, that quit her job because she was working a lot, and she doesn't have time for her, and she was with the mental health affected about this.
Yeah,
Okay.
she just had a burnout and
Yeah,
that's it.
and sometimes we
couldn't
need
take it.
to stop and let's
Yeah.
rethink about our life. Even this significates that you need to quit your job or to change your life completely.
Yeah.
So because the health, we just have one. The job we can arrange. We can take some jobs. We can start in other companies, other works. I think it's the life is more fluid than we used to do
Yeah,
about that.
that's a powerful message that life's more fluid than what we are used to think it is, because sometimes we get stuck in a routine, something that's not healthy, but it's just something that our society made us think that that's what we want, and sometimes it's not. So I have a friend that she just got sick of everything. She didn't want to work for companies anymore. She didn't want to live in a apartment anymore. So she just worked like 1 year. She was getting some money and reserving some money. And then she just got a small house in a country town, and she's there planting the stuff she eats, and just just chilling there, because she was sick of everything, and she, okay, I'm just gonna go and F you all, and I think that's it, because she got sick of feeling that the life she was living was the life she wanted, because it wasn't. It was just something that people put on her head, and she was used to it, but it's very powerful, that phrase. I loved it. Life's more fluid. Great. So we are about to wrap this up. It's already it's only 9 minutes, so we end this. But now we're gonna go to the fifth question. How do you prioritize your time and energy to ensure that you're investing in all aspects of your life? So I'm gonna ask this first to Gabriel. You were saying about how to manage time and stuff. So how do you make sure you prioritize time, enough time to do the things you have to do? It's the
So,
fifth question.
okay. Prioritize time, energy. In my life in general, yeah. Okay. I like to invest in about when my work can be works better. In For example, in the morning, I think my body works better, and for long term, uh, I need specific days for choose the tasks and projects and work, whatever I need to do or to work, whatever. I choose the morning for make it main tasks for my day, and when I am looking for long term too, it is I like to make management the task. For example, in the Monday and the Friday, I choose the project X, and the Tuesday and Wednesday I choose other thing, and I work is in this way. And but the main task is in the morning always, and the afternoon task is when it is so important too, but it is don't need it to my total focus in these tasks. And in the night, uh, our body get and needs it's possible to maintain focus too after 6 p.m. But the focus more light when it's more light, because the main information in our mind, it is a problem too, and keep it balanced for in the after the 6 p.m.
Yeah, that works for me too. So I try to do the hard things in the morning when I feel more energized and more active. So I try to do the hard stuff like organizing my room and I don't know, maybe preparing a strong coffee, a strong breakfast. The jobs, the things that I have to do on my job, I try to do the hard ones in the morning too, and then in the afternoon I try to focus on the meetings and focus on studying these kinds of stuff of things. And then when it's like 6 p.m. I stop working and I go to play with my daughter. So I pay attention to her, I stay a little more close to her, and then I just go to do stuff like preparing our dinner, and then I go to the gym or I go to Pilates, something like that for me. So it's how I manage to organize my day so I can, so I can have a little balance between things. So, hey everybody, welcome back. How was it? How was the breakout rooms? Who wants
Great.
to answer? Great. Okay,
That's nice.
awesome. Yeah, we were having fun here too. We had a little time. I feel like this immersion needed like a 30 minutes more, but sadly I can't. I know that maybe you all can't because we have to work. Oh my God. But okay. So it was really nice having you all here. As I said before, this is the first immersion that I have to have a breakout room. So I'm really excited. I was really excited to do that. And I hope that you all enjoyed. I'm gonna send you guys the survey here to just a second, so you guys can answer. Was it all okay at the breakout rooms? Did you guys get my text, my message? Yeah? Okay. Okay, great. It's been a long time since I used Zoom to send this message, so I didn't know if it worked, but great. I sent the survey here on the chat, and I hope you can answer it and be honest. It's okay if you didn't like it. It's okay. Just tell us there so we can improve. It's always better to have feedbacks. And if you guys enjoyed, please just biscoitos. And that's
for me.
it. And that's it, guys. If you
Thank you.
thank you so much for being here. If you want to add me on LinkedIn or Instagram or anything, just
Please
check
share.
that it's Camila Conte. You can
Please share your link. Share your LinkedIn for us.
Yes, I will. Just a second. I don't know if I'm logged in. But I'm gonna stop sharing this on YouTube. So bye, YouTube.